Hi, in this short presentation I'd like to give you some taste of the creative thinking tools I use by responding to some questions I'm often asked. What are these tools, or what exactly is a thinking tool? Where do they come from? Do they really work? And if so, how can they help boosting the creative output of your agency's teams? Let's begin with the second question. Where do these tools come from? When we examine the most creative ideas, we see that, although each idea is by definition unique and original, yet the majority of these ideas share some common patterns of thinking. To illustrate this, let's look at an analysis of Cannes Lion Awards made by Mindscapes for an article in Contagious magazine. We see that 66% of the awarded work are following one of the creative thinking tools. Moreover, among the Grand Prix and the Gold, the number grows to 81% of the awarded works. Now, what do we call a creative thinking tool? Let's look at some creative ideas and try to see the common thinking patterns behind them. The first case comes from Costa Rica, a campaign for a mid-size rent-a-car brand, Nelka. The client's brief: promote the brand for the tourist market before the summer. The problem: small budget versus competitors. Idea: address local drivers, something that was never done before in this market. The insight: local drivers tend to complain about the bad conditions of the road. From this came the campaign idea, a campaign in two phases. Phase 1: launch an anonymous website, costaricahalls.com, inviting people to send complaints and upload videos and pictures of the bad conditions of the roads. After only 10 days, this site became one of the most popular in the country, and it was time to launch Phase 2. Brand the site as the official Nelka site, and launch an integrated campaign using visuals and videos people uploaded with the message: if you drive to Costa Rica, do it with a car that's not yours. Results: 100% of the company's fleet was rented, 95% of renters were local. The second case is a campaign for MTV Australia. The challenge: attract new young subscribers. The problem: young people are cynical and mistrust advertising. So the challenge was to create an advertising campaign which doesn't look like advertising. How do you do that? The idea: use a hot news item in the Aussie media these days, the refusal of the local authorities to grant a visa to Snoop Dogg, who was accused for drug trafficking in the US and wanted to get an Australian citizenship. Based on this, the agency launched a campaign, sponsored by MTV, to welcome Snoop and grant him an Australian citizenship. A website featuring a petition page was the hub of the campaign, where young people could sign up for Snoop, download his music, etc. As the idea was highly controversial, it got huge free media coverage. Results: over 3 times more new subscribers than the previous year. The third case is a campaign for Gillette India. The problem: many young Indian men think not shaving is more cool and macho. The opportunity: if Gillette wants to increase market share, this barrier needs to be addressed. Insight: above many other things, Indian people love to debate. Idea: initiate a national debate around the topic, to shave or not. Instead of advertising, the agency commissioned a Nielsen survey on women's attitude and preferences to shaved versus unshaved men, and bought primetime TV program slots, and there announced its findings. This controversial issue was soon developed into a nationwide media and public debate. Results: 38% increase in sales and 35% increase in market share. So, what do these 3 campaigns have in common? What is the common idea pattern they all use? I call this pattern fight for a cause. And the basic idea here is that instead of focusing on the brand, we invent or create a cause. and then a campaign in which the brand is either fighting to achieve the cause, or, better even, the brand initiates a movement and supply the platforms for people to engage with and fight for or against the cause. And although the brand is not in the center, nor is the focal point of the communication, it receives the sympathy and liking which people have for the cause. Now, when you see many different case studies of such creative campaigns, you see that the first big challenge is to create the cause, because unlike in cause marketing, the cause is not there already. You have to create it. How do you create a cause? You have to use the insights you have to know your target people well. And again, unlike in cause marketing, the cause can be serious or humoristic, within a wide consensus, or highly controversial, real or fictitious, all depending on the insights, the brand, and the target audience. So Fight for a Cause is just one tool out of several Mindscapes tools for developing creative ideas. In a typical agency training, we usually go over 8 different tools in 2 days, see lots of different case studies, and for each tool split into small teams and apply the tool on a real agency client brief, and then hear the new ideas people created using these tools. So to answer the third question, does it really work? Do mindset training lead to real tangible results? Well, yes. Just one illustration is that over the past 3 years, more than 15 Cannes Lion Awards were given to agencies trained with these tools for work using these tools. So thank you for your attention, and don't forget, have fun creating new great ideas.